and make sure that y'all subscribe to BSP in Carolina with your boy Victor Durant, the host. Today we got a variety of things that we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna get straight into it, but make sure that y'all follow me and subscribe, people. Y'all be cheating me a lot, but hey, I know there's a lot of haters out there, but just make sure that we go subscribe and support our people, everybody, my people, else. But today I'm gonna get straight into it, and we're gonna talk about the good old boy, Stephen A. Smith. I'm gonna address Stephen A. Smith, the good old boy, the Bron boy, and like I should, Stephen A. Smith, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about how I feel about the whole thing that's going on. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Mo3. So we're gonna talk about a variety of things, people. Make sure that we tune in. Make sure that we tune in. I'm gonna do my live later on today on Facebook. But right now, make sure that we are definitely tuned in, send this to many people as possible before we get started, um, and everything else. So yeah, thank y'all so much. So let's get straight into it about Stephen A. Smith. This is crazy. You know, I've been telling y'all about Stephen A. Smith been being a puppet, how ESPN got Stephen A. Smith saying and doing things that I don't know. I would say that he wouldn't normally do, but this is what he's always done. And shout out to all the people that's doing content, all the people with a podcast, all the people that spend time to report, all the sources out there. So I want to shout y'all out first and foremost, all the people that actually in this space and do content. Because there was once upon a time, you know, I'm not getting into what Stephen A. Smith doing, be disrespectful like he is, because he had the luxury of go to different states and actually report about the game. See, this is the thing that most people don't know, is that we sat here and we see people like myself on BSP in Carolina, which what I own BSP in Carolina. And no one, hey, how you doing, Maria? How you doing? Make sure you share this live to many people as possible. And so, see, when I come out here and tell y'all that I own BSP in Carolina, I own this. No one is making me do anything. And I see a lot of content creator people. I see a lot of people out there in the space, period. And one of the things that I notice, you don't get enough subscribers or you don't get enough views based off that you're not being an entertainer or you're not being, or you're not being promoted far wise on the channel like you should, far wise as advertisement and deals and all that. We're going to get straight into it because we got a lot to talk about today, y'all. So just stay with me, follow the whole show that I'm on. Shout out to everyone out there. Again, every time I come on here, I'm going to give everybody their roses and their appreciation. Hey, how you doing from Russia? We got Russia out there in the chat. Make sure, Russia, you spread it to many people as possible. Let's go ahead and share this live. And I'm going to give y'all my thoughts and my opinion on Stephen A. Smith and the whole thing that's going on. And we're going to talk about a few other things. Make sure that we subscribe, people. Now, one of the things that I've been telling y'all, and I've been telling y'all for a while, if you've been following my journey and you've been following me on BSP in Carolina, is that I've been telling y'all about these networks and a lot of these people behind the scenes, what's been going on. And a lot of times with people out there, when you don't have the commercials, you don't have the editing of your videos, you don't get the same attraction as ESPN. But here's the thing about it, and I want to say this for men and women out there, all races. Never tear someone else down to, build your brand. And that's one of the things that we're experiencing. And we see a lot of people tearing people down, particularly Stephen A. Smith, tearing people down to build his brand and, name amongst the world of media. And a lot of times the people that everybody is a celebrity, but the people that is not the person that you see on your TV screen or the internet overall, we don't take those people serious. And this is how so many things start. People follow me. Don't go nowhere. And for all the people that go somewhere, you about to miss out on a great show. And so this is how a lot of things start. I'm going to bring it home for y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all just the way it is. Now, I know this ain't no highlighted thing on ESPN or whatever the case might be. I know I don't have the money that Disney have, but I have the power and the ability to be great. And I'm great in the space that I do. Thank God I have the same sources as Stephen A. Smith have. I don't need to go in people's locker room. Neither do I care to go in people's locker room. I have the same sources with the internet. The internet works all 50 states and all across the world in USA. I think that I'm going to report for the first time, and I don't think it's the first time I've heard others said it, but it's disrespectful when Stephen A. Smith, we allow Stephen A. Smith to get on national television and make statements about, hey, I'm not just no regular reporter. You're a regular man. You're a regular black African-American man. And for a long time, we keep letting people get a pass. We keep letting people get passes. And then things come a worldwide effect, then people care. So we're in a pandemic always. And the thing is, what people pick and choose who they want to listen to and who they think, is important. Stephen A. Smith is backed by a network, ESPN. He have a job to do. He have to follow instructions. So Stephen A. Smith have to report on things that whether he want to do it or not. But the fact of the matter is, I'm showing the whole world, this is a black man, African-American man, that by all means necessary is willing to take other black athletes down, take other black people down. And I know I don't care when the hell you see this Stephen A. Smith, I don't care if you see it. I stand behind LeBron James and others, and a plethora of people on BSP Carolina. I might not get the same recognition as ESPN, but as a man that once walked the earth, I'm going to say, you know what, I stood for something. I'm not going to have that behind the scenes mentality that somebody can tell me what to say for a check and do for a check. And this is a primary example. I hope that the whole world is watching, that a man, yes, a black man, that's willing to do anything for money. Yeah, this is for anything for money. I'm going to get into the whole thing about LeBron James because I don't want to hold you. But first and foremost, I want to clear the record and let y'all know this is a man that is willing to do anything for money. Now, people, I think when they cut ESPN on, they want to know what happened. Most people throughout their day is busy, tied up. They don't really know what happened. And so they want to know what happened that day in the sports world. And so ESPN happened to be the one that's on most of the time. They could have had anybody. They didn't need Stephen A. Smith. Actually, Max Kellerman was great for that show. There's a lot of other people that will be just as great for the show. They don't need you, Stephen A. Smith, number one. You just been there a long period of time throughout the changes and coverage of the show. And so I think that a lot of times when we hear these things, we're not really looking into the magnitude of how things really is. If so many people are speaking and don't make sense of what they're talking about, or not thinking, or speaking with logic. And we accept the things that people just say and comes out their mouth. One of the biggest problems is when it comes to Stephen A. Smith and when it comes to media, we think we have our own perception that the only time, excuse me, we got this thing as African-American people, the only time people are relevant is when they multi-millionaires. Well, I got news for you. That's not true. And I wish that people stop, gravitating and supporting only the people that are millionaires and billionaires. Because if you notice something, the people that aren't millionaires and billionaires, those are the people that make the world go round. Those are the supporters. Those are the fans. Those are the people that build our world that we stay in. But I don't want to hold y'all too much because I want to get into the Stephen A. Smith shit and LeBron James. And so let's make this get 1 million views, people. Like I always say, I do this because this is who I am, not for the views. But I want to get more recognition on the conversation. I don't care nothing about the Stephen A. Smith show, and I don't care nothing about this bullshit media what's going on. But what I do care about is how we being represented as people. And this is not the first time that I've said this, and this won't be the last time that I report on this, because see, our past continues to haunt us because it shows up in different ways that people do things. And a lot of people gonna not pay this attention. But I got countless videos before this happened. And this won't be the last time. First, I want to address and shout out to Russell Westbrook. I want to address that I want to tell y'all Stephen A. Smith's job is to report as an analyst about sports. Never once did his job require for him to come for the character of people the way he does. Never once is in his job title to come for the character of people. He don't cross the line, y'all. Stephen A. Smith been crossed the line. I don't care about what kind of deal or contract he got. Stephen A. Smith has crossed the line. And a lot of people is going to think that it's okay because a lot of people, well, appreciate it. Appreciate it. A lot of people going to think it's okay because he a multi-millionaire and he signed a contract worth millions of dollars. Well, I got news for everybody out there, including Stephen A. Smith. I don't give a damn about your contract. I don't care about your money. I don't care about nothing who you is. You're still a human being. You're still a regular person to me. And see, this is the thing about celebrities, how I feel about it. This is how I feel about celebrities. They just people that got more money than some people. I don't feel like I'm going to go out my way for Stephen A. Smith or anybody if I was to see him. So I'm not going to go out my way if I saw Stephen A. Smith in Walmart or wherever that he go to or chose to shop to. I wouldn't go over there and acknowledge, hey, this Stephen A. Smith, can I get a picture? Nah. I'm going to tell y'all the real reason why Stephen A. Smith continues to go on this rampage and get away with this bullshit that he do. I'm going to tell y'all, why do Stephen A. Smith get away with what he do? And I'm going to tell y'all how he get away with what he do. So, I can't tell y'all how to think about nothing. I can't tell y'all, Kaz coming for a minute. I can't tell y'all how to think about nothing. But I'm going to show y'all the conduct, the characteristics, and the behavior of Stephen A. Smith. Cleveland A. Smith. This damn clown that doesn't understand that he didn't make the NBA. This is a delusional man. Plug this up. This is a delusional man. I don't care about he was a beat writer. I don't give a damn about whatever it is that he did. I want to say that. Let's go ahead and share, get many people's live on this possible. So I don't care nothing about Stephen A. Smith was a beat writer. I don't care about how much coverage that he's done. When you go on live and tear people down that keep us entertained for 20 plus years and people that keep us entertained, period. It didn't have to be LeBron James. Anytime that we're on and you continue to tear people down for money, I don't appreciate that shit. I don't approve of it. I don't care nothing about your money, Stephen A. Smith. $100 million contract don't mean nothing in my world because I'm happy being who I am. I'm happy when I see people that have respect for people. By me covering a game and covering a sport, I love entertainment, but not if it's going to jeopardize who I am. Who are you? At this point, who are Stephen A. Smith? Who are you? Because you got the whole world looking at you and knowing why you're doing it. It's for money. That's all it is, bro. It's for money. You're only doing this shit for money. And so all y'all people out there that is watching Stephen A. Smith, this is all about money. That's all this about. This is all about money. This is all about money, y'all. And I continue to show y'all throughout my video, every video that I've made about Stephen A. Smith, I've told y'all and I showed y'all before it happened. But did those videos get 1 million views? No, it didn't get 1 million views. You know why? Because it wasn't edited. It's because, guess what? I wasn't on ESPN. And see, this is why the whole world missed, I don't think sometimes, because you got a random person that the whole world probably don't know nothing about my channel yet that didn't get 1 million subscribers. They don't have the popularity as Stephen A. Smith and the clout and the resonation. And so you wouldn't know nothing about this. Only the people that follow me, only the people that know who I am. And see, we got this thing is that Stephen A. Smith show was able to generate almost 1 million subscribers. Now I want to tell y'all something. He was able to generate almost 1 million subscribers when he's negative most of the time. But why? Let's look at it. Why was Stephen A. Smith, Cleveland A. fake ass Smith, was able to do that? Because the world thrives off negativity, tearing people down. That's what the world thrives off of. And so, just like any other thing, Stephen A. Smith was able to get those people and those audience. But when we look at, I want y'all to pay attention. Now look at the average person that's on YouTube that got a good podcast or a good show that come on. Well, let me think about it. Why don't those people got a bunch of million subscribers? So let's ask ourselves, why don't the average person have a million subscribers? When it's free, the only thing we got to do is click on the button. The only thing we got to do is click on the button. Even if you don't like the person, even if you don't like the show, subscribe and support them. See, this is the problem that we got. This is the problem with content. Because everybody figuring out, how can I get those subscribers? How can I get those subscribers? First and foremost, I done show y'all, whether I get subscribers or not, I'm going to be me. But Stephen A. Smith continues to do shit more ways, and we support what Stephen A. Smith does. Now, LeBron James, which is a billionaire, an African-American professional basketball player, all the things that he has done for the game, all the lives that he has changed for our wives when it comes to sports, all the entertainment that he has kept us throughout the last 22 years, naming discussion, debates that we have had, people legacy that have been built, people have gotten contracts, just all the things that LeBron James was able to do, in the last 22 years. I want to shout out LeBron James, and I hope that LeBron James get this clip. I am a LeBron fan, but in spite of that, I like T-Mac, is my GOAT. But all the things that LeBron have done, whether I like LeBron or not, LeBron have done some amazing things, and just to keep us entertained for 22 years just been amazing. Because even when you don't like LeBron James, we have a great debate that's great for sports and barbershop and at home and just kicking it or what the case might be about, hey, you got to beat LeBron. I think that LeBron have become so much of an icon to sports is that the way that we look to beat, whether you want to beat LeBron, just being competitive, just knowing the fact of the matter is that, hey, I went up against LeBron. He could have been at a disadvantage for a while, the team roster, what case might be. The fact of the matter is that this man was able to keep us entertained was already special enough. And a lot of times we only look at winning in life, right? We look at winning. But sometimes, when you don't win, it's winning. Because, the world, it operates only about your success and what you're doing. And, that's how you celebrate it. And I want to tell everybody out there that if you took a loss today and you gave it your best effort, you're a champion in my book. You're a champion in my book. And I don't know how many people is going to watch this, but I hope the whole world watch it. That we get on a national platform, right? And we'll let this man tear down our history. And then when baseball come and hockey come and Aaron Rodgers show up, this man won't say nothing wrong about white America. See, he won't say nothing wrong about white America. That's the problem I got. But he mad at Pat McAfee, which don't care nothing about him, and everything else. So he want to negotiate. I'm negotiating my contract. I want to remind y'all that Stephen A. really want to be respected as a basketball player. See, this is the problem. This is the real problem. Stephen A. Smith never made it to the damn NBA. Never made it to the NBA. Now, Stephen A. Smith saying, well, since I can't make it to the NBA, I know just as much as the people that played, because I've been around the game. And even though I ain't made it, I felt like, you know what? Because I averaged 1 point in college, I know the game better than people that was undrafted. People that actually had skills and didn't make it. That's where you're wrong at. You don't got no talent, Stephen A. Smith. And your body type can tell you that even if you got playing time, you will never progress because you ain't like that. I'm going to tell you straight up, you ain't like that, yo. And that's what somebody need to tell you. I don't give a damn about your money. I don't care nothing about you going to Gilbert Arenas podcast. I don't care nothing about you going to the Gilbert Arena show. I don't care how many people got millions. This is where the world fucked up at. They be listening to people that they ain't got clout. The people that they got money. Man, everybody don't give a damn about that. Everybody don't care about that. I don't care how many people follow Stephen A. Smith and ESPN. It don't mean nothing if you got to tear your people down. And so you going at LeBron, you way out of pocket, bro. You way out of pocket. I'm gonna check you. I ain't waiting for no damn world. I don't got to have a arena full of people to come see me. I'm gonna check you, bro. You way out of line. And everybody wrong for sitting there letting Stephen A. Smith listen to Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, now granted, when Bron become a player, an NBA player, yeah, he has some points when he talked about Bron as a player. But when you going back and forth with this man and all this shit, you out of line, bro. Because I keep highlighting Stephen A. Smith. What is your job? What is your job? You going outside your job description, bro. You going way outside of your job. But see, where them white people at, they letting you do this shit. Where they at? Where they at? They giving you the script. What? Your boss don't care nothing about it. Your boss don't care nothing about it. Your boss ain't. We don't never see your boss. We want to see your white boss to tell you to do all this shit. That's what we want to see. But see, one of the problems is you don't care. And the whole world, like when people be busy at work or whatever, they just want to be hearing what going on in the sport, and you just the person that they hear from first. That's all that is. You the person that they hear from first. We don't really care about you, man. You ain't nobody. But I'm trying to figure out, and y'all help me, because he didn't clear this up. Out of everybody, Stephen A. Smith, Russell Westbrook pushed somebody because of an in-game heated conversation. How's it your job to go to the league office on somebody and ask him why he ain't been banned from the game? How's that your damn job? What part of your job say you got to call the league office on people? Now I wanna tell y'all that the basketball player, the professional basketball player, that is their job. The NBA player, that is their job. This is their job. When they're in the game or on the team, basketball is their job. Now, if you got somebody that's supposed to be covering sports, right? Cover sport. How's it their job? Y'all make this make sense. How's it their job to go to the league office that the game they play for and say, well, I want to know why y'all ain't banning him because what he did. Now Stephen A. Smith gonna make the argument and say, well, they get a lot of phone calls. Stephen A. Smith ain't the only one called. Yeah, but we talking about you though. We talking about you because you got the biggest platform to go do that. Now you explain that about what you did with Russell Westbrook. Explain that, Stephen A. Smith. Make sense of what you did with Russell Westbrook. Make that make sense with the whole world. And there's just one of many things that I'm going to talk about. How you make that make sense? So, Stephen A. Smith is mad with LeBron. This is why you mad with LeBron. Because number one, he never made it to the NBA. And you wasn't good enough. Stephen A. Smith, you couldn't hold Kwame Brown's shoes, man. You made a living by going to high school talking about Kwame Brown. You didn't know that it was going to have that magnitude. That's a grown-ass man, bro. You ain't had no business. A person at 18 years old get drafted, came for nothing, up and calling him a bust. You ain't got no business, bro. You out of pocket. You been out of pocket. It ain't just this LeBron thing. It ain't just this LeBron James. You been out of pocket, bro. And you out of pocket with the public and the coach. And we don't appreciate that shit, bro. We don't appreciate it. And I'm tired of people letting these people get a pass because they stardom celebrity status or whatever the fuck it is. I'm tired of how the world is made up now. I'm tired of how things work in the world now where when you getting money, you can do and say anything. How's that going to look going forward? Well, I didn't know I started thinking and going forward, it had this magnitude. I can see part of why you want to do the Stephen A. Smith show so you can get away from ESPN where they forcing you to do shit. I feel like it's being forced on you. and I feel like you want the money, and a lot of this content shit and conversation being forced on you, and you can't speak on ESPN. That's what's going on. I'm telling y'all what's going on. That's why he's doing the Stephen A. Smith show. That's why he wants the big contract, so he can walk away from ESPN, because a lot of this shit I can kind of tell is frustrating to Stephen A. Smith. But Stephen A. Smith, I don't respect you because you're doing it for money. I don't respect you that doing it for money. I wish that my people for once in a lifetime get the heart and the courage to say, you know what? We don't support that platform. Don't subscribe to the Stephen A. Smith show. Why do y'all still subscribe to the Stephen A. Smith show when this man get on a national platform and tear down African American people? How in the hell that shit work? How does that work? That got nothing to do with the game. Nothing to do with the game. They asking you to talk about stats. They asking you to talk about the game. Somebody say, bro, we not doing a lot. Bron don't pay our bills. No, Bron don't got to pay our bills, bro. And I like the question. Thanks. Shout out to the Biz. It ain't got nothing to do. Biz, let me address. And if you want to come live, just send me an invite, because I invite people to the show. But let me elaborate on what you said. Bron, we not doing a lot. Bron don't pay our bills. See, that's the mentality right there, people that what thrive Stephen A. Smith and others to get away with their bullshit. Because at the end of the day, I'm straight, bro. Let me put it out there. I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight. And see, but that mentality that you say Bron don't pay our bills, I don't need Bron to pay my bills. I don't need Bron to pay my bills. I don't need nobody to pay my bills. But the fact of the matter is, I'm getting up here, I'm talking about history, dog. I'm talking about the culture. This bigger than just Bron. That went over your head. That went over your head. And people is doing a lot. This is not a conversation about who do I like, whether I like LeBron James. This could have been anybody, right? So let me correct that. I'm talking about this was anybody. Why do we get on a platform and tear each other down? So you answer that, bro. You answer that, Biz. Why we get on a platform and tear people down? When you cut on social media, this is what going on all the time. So this going on all the time, and people are sitting up here that want to change and really want positive shit. Then why we get on here and we talk about, nah, it ain't drama. This is part of your history, bro. But see, the problem is that you ain't being affected by it. So say if it was something in your life or ever been in your personal life that was pertaining to the same thing, then you look at it different. Then another thing too, where all the people that should speak up about it, all the people that should speak up about the issues that we got, where are they? Where are those people that should speak up about issues? This ain't got nothing to do with drama and all this, dog. I'm an entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But where are the people that should speak up? Yeah, well, you $100 million nigga. I don't care nothing about the money, bro. The money ain't gonna change who I am. The money ain't gonna change who I am, bro. No matter how much money I get or stardom I get, I'm gonna be the same OG. And see, I get that. You'll say you for the money, $100 million. Let me tell you something else that you don't know, Biz. Let me tell you something else. Some people have figured life out with or without money. You know what else? You know what else don't not guarantee? Somebody can have $100 million. Listen to this right here. Which one would you rather have? $100 million in the bank or $100 million worth of health? I'd rather have $100 million worth of health, dog. I'd rather have $100 million worth of health, but see, that'll go over a lot of people's head. That'll go over a lot of people's head.